So I'm gonna upload a really dumb video, and I have work in about 58 minutes. Well, technically I have a shift at 1 o'clock. So yeah, but I thought I was just going to. So okay, I'm already messing this up. I have work at 1 o'clock, so I want to draw a picture before I go, right? So I'm gonna draw until 12 exact, and when I'm and then whenever I'm done drawing, I'm just gonna upload this right to YouTube. So legitimately, this should be out when by the time this uploads, it should be out when I head to work. So it's just gonna be fully unedited. I'm not even gonna give a damn. I'm just gonna draw. Like right now, I'm uploading Clip Studio Paint. Like legitimately, right now, I'm uploading Clip Studio Paint because I am just recording this from the very beginning, and I'm just gonna draw a picture as fast as I can with the mic on. So you might hear heavy breathing, you might hear panicking, suffering, just anything in general. And I actually have a picture that I've been keeping in my downloads folder because of how long, because I wanted to draw this picture for a while now, but I never really got the chance to. And I just want to see what I can make in an hour. I'm probably not going to get anything done besides the sketch, but who cares, right? We already have this. And let's just get into it while I pull on my glove. Usually I listen to music. Usually I listen to like Jesse J Domino's, like Jesse J's Domino, the song. It's a wonderful song. It gets me really hyped up. In fact, I shower with that song playing and I dance under the moonlight, you know, because every second is a highlight. Take me down to, anyway. So, okay, the pen is not on the correct thing. It's amazing. I always got to do this every single time I have to switch my thing over. Cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna chat while I'm doing this, and you're actually gonna see how I kind of draw at pretty much real time speed. Hopefully, I can offer some pretty fun commentary, but let's be honest, not really. The more I talk whenever I draw, the more likely I'm probably going to mess up. So usually whatever I do, I usually draw the box first, just to get like a slight angle. She's just ever so slightly looking in the other direction, so we're not gonna do anything too crazy. It's just practically just looking forward. Nothing amazing, nothing too bad. Um, just do the lines, boop, like that, like that. And we're gonna just cross it over, dim this up a little bit, do a new layer. I'm gonna move this closer so I kind of have it like this. I'm very reference dependent, which is a bit of a shame. So we're just gonna add a circle, oh god, add a circle, oh god, add a circle. This is gonna happen a lot, by the way. I'm going to click Control Z a lot, but I guess it's nothing new for any artists out there. Gosh, this is gonna be so bad. I don't want it to fill up the circle too much. Okay, we're gonna lower this a little more, actually. Okay, cool. Okay. Let's actually make both of these in one folder so I can just resize both of them at the exact same time if I felt like it. Oh gosh, come on, go into this folder. Thank you. Which one is this one? Circle? Cool. So, yeah, I'm about to go to work. I work at a retail store, and I was just thinking that it'd be really fun to just draw something real quick, just because I feel like it. No, like particular reason or anything. I just feel like it'd be pretty fun to do so, just because I want to. And yesterday, lately I've been having like a lot of trouble with the amount of practice I do. I get really nervous and really scared actually whenever I don't draw every single day. I get nervous that all the skill that I haven't committed to muscle memory or that I haven't mastered will get lost. So it ends up being, I ended up getting like terrified whenever I don't have a drawing done every single night because I feel like if I don't have it done, I won't commit it to memory. So I end up going crazy sometimes. I think I want it to actually be lower there. So last night I decided to bite the bullet, regardless of how nervous it makes me. I decided to not draw anything and take a break because yesterday was pretty tough. I had to work a pretty long shift and even do a lot of homework whenever I got back. So I didn't have a lot of time to do anything. So I said, because of my exhaustion and stuff, I had to keep telling myself that it was fair not to draw anything. Um, but of course, my brain couldn't handle that. And it kept telling me that I was going to lose everything, lose all my progress and stuff if I didn't get a drawing done soon. So when I woke up this morning, I was doing pretty good, and then I remembered that I didn't draw anything last night, and it kept weighing on me so badly that 53 minutes before work, I decided to turn on my computer and at least try to have some fun with it by making a video and making it a fun challenge. But in reality, I'm screaming on the inside, so hey. But honestly, it ought to be fun. I always like doing these speed challenges anyway to see how much my efficiency is, regardless. So who cares? We'll be fine, probably. So her body is technically actually facing this way. I probably should have marked that beforehand, but it's fine. We're just gonna, I don't expect this to be good by any means. Yeah, I don't expect this to be good by any means, but I'm just expecting to get some level of shit down. So, like, just some level of, like, what I would consider okay. So my brain would just stop bothering me throughout work, because I'd be like, oh, you could be drawing right now. You could be, like, doing stuff, and then I would probably just work a lot less well. I'd probably just, like, work without being focused, and I might get yelled at by my boss or something like that. That's not true. My boss is actually quite nice. But yeah, I need my focus to be on work because it's a Saturday, and usually it's pretty busy on Saturdays. So I can't have my mind dawdling on something else. So let's see, the thumb. The thumb is probably right here, probably where the hand is, and that's probably where the foreshortening happens. So, but regardless of that, let's just try to have as much fun as possible. I like drawing, but it does, like, as much as I love it, it does also offer the same amount of stress, because you just want to draw and get better as fast as possible. And when you have that in clash with other activities, you kind of got to make space for one or the other. But it's hard because I feel like I'm in a death race sometimes with other artists. Even though other artists should technically be my friends and stuff, like they should be people that motivate me, inspire me. It doesn't change the fact that I feel like I'm in a constant competition with them. And that's how it is how I get very inspired to draw more, by thinking they're my competition and such. So it allows me to get myself fired up and, treat them as other contestants in a game that I'm playing alone. But who knows? I'm just yapping. I'm just trying to keep anyone entertained. It's not supposed to be a sob story or anything. It's just like, I feel like this is just like the average artist feel, where like you want to perform as best as you can, but at the same time, you have other responsibilities. But you just want to sometimes, and sometimes you just like wake up and you don't really want to draw that day, but the fear of missing out or the fear of losing to someone else just like is terrifying. So you end up doing it anyway. Let's see. Okay, so reality is I have the upper torso done. This was really a happy, funny video. I don't know why I started just ranting. I really just started talking. My bad. I didn't mean to make it like depressing or anything. No, but I'm just chilling, really. I'm just explaining why I felt like drawing so early in the morning. It was really because I did feel a little nervous about not drawing last night. But I could have just ignored it. I'm just kind of like making it a lot more serious than it actually already is. But I could have easily ignored it. I just chose not to because, um, because one, I think it'd be a funny video just to like draw in a very panicky state, but also two, because I feel like a lot of people would probably just like also kind of understand the feeling and shit. But also it'd be useful to just get a video out there where someone is, um, where someone's just just drawing in a panicky manner. I think it'd just be fun. So I'm debating on if I should draw this other dude's hand as well. I'm not particularly sure if I want to yet, but I'll make the decision eventually. Because this is just my loose sketch phase, and then we'll do a lot of the corrections later. Oh, this looks odd. That's probably better. There we go. Have like, and then we have like this. Cool, right? Pretty easy, pretty simple. Delete this picture. Stretch this all the way out because I want it to be quite similar to the actual reference we have. Am I gonna do a background? Probably not. I should probably still use this reference somehow. If I could move it to the bottom corner and make it even smaller, that'd be great. Don't want it to distract me too much. Lower this all the way down. I don't really know what people want from commentary, actually. Let's just think of the character I want to do here. What I want to do for this, it's making it within this layer, isn't it? Yep. So what I really want to do is try to do this like cheeky character with the soda on her head, and kind of have her do that puffed anime face. You know what I'm talking about? Where they're kind of like peeved a little bit, but in a cute manner. Like they're not actually mad or anything, but they're just kind of annoyed over just very subtle stuff. So I might just do like her angry, like an angry face. But reality is she could care less. She's just like in the moment. It's just like, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm just talking on my ass. I mean, then again, I'm not really talking to. Usually I do voiceovers, so I can filter out what I want to say. But I guess today you guys are getting some honest me. No, I'm not saying that I'm not honest. I'm just saying like, you get unfiltered me where I'm just talking on the spot, which does make me a little nervous, obviously. She's gonna like look up at him, be like, "What the heck are you doing?" You know? Kind of darken these two sides. You know what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm trying to do, guys? We're gonna line, just do that. Cool. Yeah, I think it's pretty close. It's pretty close. We're gonna have her eyebrows kind of just like, but I don't want her to look too serious. It's supposed to be like kind of like a cute vibe, so it's not gonna be like super angular, just angular enough for you to sort of get what I'm trying to go for here. Let's try to do it again, but here comes the hardest part, which is drawing the second eye to look the same as the first eye. Honestly, when I was a kid, I used to think this was like the biggest hurdle ever. It wasn't hair, it wasn't learning anything else. It was making sure things look symmetric within one another. That was my hardest thing. I was super afraid that whenever I would draw the first eye, I would really like the first eye, but I couldn't perform the second time. So as a kid, I thought this was the hardest thing. And I was like, oh my God, how do artists just be able to redraw the same thing twice, you know? Like they like, I didn't have the skill to repeat consistently what I believed was the most helpful tool. And I guess in a way I wasn't far off. Being able to like repeat your successes and being able to draw in a style that you can claim for yourself is obviously very good. The ability to do that and make yourself almost like, connect your name to a specific style instead of, you know, instead of constantly drawing in like different ways. Um, ooh. Is that how it looks? Okay, I'm gonna switch up a reference real quick. But I feel like as a kid, whenever you start drawing, a lot of the stuff that you find hard back then is probably easy to you now. Like I used to think drawing hair was the worst thing ever. This one's pretty funny. We're gonna use this one. I'm always gonna show you guys the reference I use because I don't feel like taking stuff. This is from Food Wars. I think it's what's her name? I used to think she was like the most attractive character ever. But it's her sister. It's like the which is she's not really an antagonist. I wouldn't call her an antagonist, but she definitely is antagonizing. There we go. We'll just keep this face, I guess. It's not like a crazy good face by any means. It's actually quite cartoony comparatively, but it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's just a little goofy. Whatever. Um, is her name Erina? I'm not even sure. Okay, now we're gonna turn on stabilization because oh gosh, this is gonna look a little goofy. Should be fine though. Oh, I don't know why. Okay, I need to make this smaller. Smaller. I mean, we didn't really use the reference that long. I could probably make it disappear. I think you guys understand where it comes from. It's from Food Wars. If you haven't watched it yet, I recommend it. I don't recommend. It depends on how long you want to stick around. I think the show is fine throughout. It's not like amazing throughout. I prefer I think earlier Food Wars is probably the best Food Wars, but as it continues to go on, you kind of get the formula for it. I don't think the show goes bad at any routes. I just think that it runs its course. I think it runs its course pretty quick. You know what I mean? Like if you've seen Hell's Kitchen or Kitchen Nightmares, it could still be entertaining if you watch all 11 seasons, but you kind of get the gist of it. Like he goes in, he gets pissed off at whoever is running the place and how he's like, managing it. He gets mad. He either like shuts them down or like yells at them in front of customers, shit like that. And then soon after, he does a remodel and he like vows to help him out and shit like that. You know what I mean? So, Food Wars is kind of the same. It's a little bit more exciting because you got the whole anime heebie-jeebie stuff. Like when people eat food, they kind of drip naked and shit like that. If you haven't seen the show, then it's probably a little confusing. If you hear anybody, it's my brother. He's also home. So usually I record whenever my brother isn't around, but he's here. He's here, so kind of got to suffer through it. All right, so let's do her hair. I probably should have drawn in a lower, using a smaller pen size, because usually when I get to this stage, I usually drop down to like 2.5 or 2. So the hair can look thin as well, but we'll just see what we can do with it. So her hair is relatively short. Like it's relatively pretty straight through her forehead, so I'm not gonna be fine probably. And then on this side, it just kind of like drops off, sort of. Lower the opacity a little bit. No, I think I just make things more confusing. And then she's kind of got like 2 tassels that, oh, what the heck? 2 tassels that kind of get Something's way. My brother's laughing his ass off right now. I don't know what the fuck he finds funny. And then you can usually just cut it off now. It's probably going to be confusing since everything's in red and overlapping with each other, but I'm sure we could straighten it out later on. And then her hair is quite long. Like it does continue to flow past, sort of like, I'm assuming it's like a ponytail, but I'm just going to make it straight long hair. Just going to make it like this. Have it maybe flow a little farther, actually. We can take some creative liberties. We don't have to follow the thing to the exact dot. I wonder if people like these type of videos where someone just kind of talks throughout their creation, throughout their quick drawing. How much time we got left? We got like 30 minutes. We'll be fine, probably. I still gotta like freshen up and get my outfit on, you know, my working clothes and shit, but we'll be fine. Okay, so let's start getting the rest of her body kind of like it. I think her shoulders are a bit wide and her head's actually a bit large comparatively. So I would kind of fix that stuff, but that's not the worst thing in the world, not the biggest problem, because we can just kind of like mold it to how we like it in this phase right here, or I can just stop short of the sketch below like this. That's what I'm gonna do actually. Just stop it a little short. There we go. And then I'm gonna assume that her chest kind of peeks out from here. Yep, it's fine by me. And then let's just say it goes like this. Let's just do it. I kind of want her arm to be a little bit thinner. There we go. The reason why I'm not focusing on the body too much or making it way too accurate or any of that sort is because she's wearing a really baggy shirt, so it would just be a wasted time to do all of that if the shirt itself is going to be covered. So all I'm trying to focus on are the main portions, like her arm. Do I have her arm stopping a little further, or do I want it to kind of go through? Let's just say the arm. Kind of is like there, and then it extends out, and that's how we'll do it. No, it's a little short. We're gonna have it actually pulled out a little bit farther. It seems a little small. Her arm seems a little thin, so I think that's the problem. It's quite thin. So let's see if her head's here. So let's see, her chin is right here. I'm gonna use her chin as a point, and her wrist is actually a little farther from her chin. So let's say, oh, it's already quite far. Maybe her arm is not going down, but a little diagonal out. We'll try that. Because this one's held pretty close to her arm, so I kind of did the same thing with the other side, but maybe her arm is actually kind of, oh gosh, I'm not a fan of these shoulders. Her arm's a little positioned out, sort of like, oh gosh, let's see. Let's have a look. I'm looking at myself in the mirror right now, trying to gauging a distance. Yeah, I'm not a fan of how her shoulders are so. I might be too obsessed with a specific proportion that it might fuck with her. I don't think I drew the torso well enough, so now it's like kind of coming back to haunt me. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna stand up and actually do the pose again. So it's gonna be sort of like this. That's how I'm going to deal with it. So now I'm gonna have her. Maybe her arm should go lower. Is that the problem? Is that her arm's not going low enough? That might be the issue. I might be trying to make her too small and dainty to the point where her arms themselves aren't even going low enough. Because I don't have a hip drawn, I can't use my usual gauging skills where I usually try to gauge the whole arm be as long or like go down towards the crotch. That's usually the gauge that I go for. Usually go for the idea that when it's low enough, the arm or the hand should easily be able to cover the private parts. See, and this is where I would usually turn off the video and cry a little bit. But I made a commitment and I need to kind of push this through. Because I really want, I really do want to show more failures on the internet. I don't thinking that I like draw really well all the time. I wouldn't consider that I draw myself. I draw really well. I just don't want people thinking that every artist on the internet does like super good shit first time, first try all the time. The reality is most of the time it's just really bad. Most of the art you see on the internet is probably like their fifth or fourth creation. And even I fall victim to it because, again, like the reason why I'm drawing right now is because I'm so nervous that if I don't draw, my skill level will just kind of decrease and stuff like that. But the reality is that a lot of people draw for a long time and only get mediocre results because it's a time process. It takes a long while for anything to get done, shit like that. So I shouldn't be afraid of it. And even if you can point it out, like me, even if you do understand, it doesn't change anything. You still get those feelings regardless. I've made plenty of videos on it. I don't want to make a whole nother rant about it since I've already done it multiple times. Like this one here, this one's gonna be like kind of bad. This drawing's gonna be like a pretty bad drawing. But I'm still, hopefully, if I have the guts to, by the end of this, by the end of these 30 minutes, I'm still gonna post this on whatever I said I was gonna post it on. Because that's the whole point of making this, is to show. It's to, one, draw really quickly, two, calm my mind that I actually drew today and not be so like anxious, and three, to you know, just show show mishaps, show failures, show stuff that kind of sucks. Because the reality is that I have so many images that I don't show you guys. I have so many pictures that I just do not want anyone to see. And that's just natural. That's a point to it all. That hand's gonna be a little big. This thumb portion at least, ginormous. Absolutely fucking huge, dude. There we go. So, I'm gonna move this in a little bit, and hopefully the can that she's gonna be holding is fine. Okay. So, I think we're done with that. I think we're just gonna leave her alone. She's at a part that I'm sort of okay with. Not amazing. The hair could definitely be better. But that being said, I'm gonna move on to the blue portion, which is where I usually draw the extras and shit. And that's how I describe my phases of sketching. There's the frame portion. There's the resketch, which is where I fix the frame portion, which is what you're seeing now. The thumb is quite long, actually. And then there's the blue portion, which adds extras, which will usually be the clothing, any extra parts like clothing, cans, just extra stuff. This hand's gonna be a little bad, very bad. That pinky. Oh my god, that pinky. Accessories usually that go with the character, like necklaces or earrings. And then we'll make it work. Okay, so blue phase. Lower the opacity again. We usually combine these two layers, lower the opacity again. Then get to the blue portion, which is where I usually draw. I keep saying this, I'm repeating stuff I say, but this is where I usually draw her baggy clothing, the shit that she's wearing, you know, kind of make it more full. This is where I'm not gonna like try to make any creative liberties with her shirt. I'm just gonna draw it as it is, make it quite normal. I guess what I'm truly nervous about whenever I upload these things is that this is the first stuff. Some people who watch this, it will probably be their first stuff they'll see of me. And yeah, it's not my best foot forward. And I have to understand that not everyone is going to enjoy my art. But that's not the point of these videos. The point of these videos is to just... The whole point of this is to show people that you don't have to draw perfectly all the time. Because if you set that standard for yourself, you're going to go nuts. Actually nuts. Okay, I already messed up on the shirt a little bit because it doesn't just cut off here. It actually, like, there's actually a hole. Didn't think that through. But it's fine, we'll roll with it. You shall roll with it. There we go. Yeah. Cool. This is gonna look so goof. Okay. So now. Okay. Clothing. This is the part that usually takes me the longest to do, but because we don't have any time, better hasten it up, fella. I'm actually gonna cut her shirt a little short. Just a little bit. This is gonna be so bad. Oh my gosh. Definitely not one of my preferred sketches. But it's fine. I gotta keep telling myself it's fine. I mean, I might try to sound all righteous with all this and being like, oh yeah, more people need to see bad art and shit like that. But the reality is that like I myself am equally scared to share bad art. I'm not necessarily someone who's righteous. I definitely don't want other people seeing it. I want people seeing the perfection that I am capable of, I think. But you know, that's just how it is, really. Okay, so let's increase this. Let's say she's wearing some shorts. Give her. And you just give her like a mock sketch of some shorts. Oh god, this looks so bad. Oh my god. I don't even have like I think that the neck looks weird. The neck looks super weird. It looks super flat. Oh my gosh. Why does the neck look so off? Is it because like the collarbone is just like not high enough? Is that the reason why? Is the collarbone off? I can erase it. I can. Let's go back to the red. Let's go back. There's also the fact that I keep thinking there's a fucking time limit. Okay, let's go back to blue. It's the same blue. Nope. Our blue is a little bit more purplish. Yep. We're going to add. All right. Oh my gosh. So not a fan. Okay. We're fine. I'm sorry if I sound like a whiny bitch. Like, But this is like practically the thoughts that go through my mind whenever I do draw these things. I go through a lot of doubt, a lot of second guessing of like certain decisions, you know, because like you want this to be as good as you can make it. Sometimes you don't have the skill currently at your disposal, so you go through like, oh, this doesn't look as good as the other guy, or oh, this shit doesn't look as good as everyone else's. Maybe I should just reset. Maybe it was a mistake starting this recording, you know. And you go through these ups and downs. But when push comes to shove, you're probably okay with it. Maybe. Okay, so do you think I should... How much time do I have left? Definitely not enough time. 18 minutes. 18 minutes. I mean, being a little bit late to work isn't that big of a deal. It's only been 39 minutes of this drawing. So, okay, we're going to take a swig of this drink, and then we're going to do a little bit of lining, correcting as much stuff as we can as we go. I'm going to lower the mic a little bit. I'm going to get a little closer to the mic because I draw pretty close. Okay? Cool. Let's just... Yes, I don't draw on line sensitivity. I don't have my pen sensitivity turned on because I despise pen sensitivity. I prefer the amount of control that I get whenever I don't use it. I feel like I've said this a lot recently. Usually towards the end of the sketches, I go back and add them back in manually. Maybe I should move the mouth up a little bit because usually when you have like a more crunched up, chubby face, it usually means it's a little cuter or it just looks more troll. Let's see. Whatever. We're fine. Oh gosh, the amount of. Can you guys sense it? Can you guys sense the amount of panic I'm going through right now? I keep bumping into the. I think I'm bumping into the mic. If I keep bumping into it, guys, I'm sorry. This is real panic inducing for me. This is probably not entertaining to you guys at all because it's just me like legitimately talking about how terrified I am of shit. Just a rant video. Update. I'm suffering. Okay, what I really want to fix, if I can while doing this, while doing the line art, is the hair. The hair is what terrifies me. Because I do not think the hair looks good at all. Should I just round these? Okay, I'm going to do the eyes the way I want to do the eyes. Let's erase this. Let's erase this. We're going to do... Oh, yes, I make these noises sometimes whenever I do this shit. And then just turn off stabilization. And then a really hard dot. Really hard dot. Yeah, sure. Looks close enough. She looks so old with all like the under eyelid that I gave her, and then all this shit that I gave her. Maybe I should reduce it. I feel like I'm so used to drawing like a specific way of how I draw these anime women that I ended up giving it to all characters, regardless if I'm trying to make them that archetyped. They're supposed to look cute, but I don't think I'm making them look cute. See, this is where I'm like trying to second guess the face. Oh, I think this one looked good. I think I'd rather. I think that face is a lot cuter. Okay. Cool. New layer again. All right. Big, bold strokes. The mic's in the way again. I'm moving you guys. Okay. Big, bold strokes. So usually I do corrections of my sketches as I'm doing the line art, because this is when I usually have warmed up by now, and I can usually kind of understand how I want this to go. The ears right here. Probably should have drawn the face. This is where I want the stabilization back on. Do these big round motions. There we go. The ear looks weird. Just a little bit. But just a bit. But we can't make everything perfect, right? Nothing is perfect. So I'm not going to attempt. Not going to attempt. This hair. Ah. No. 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 Is that good? I'm going to rest the end. Okay, this goes through, kind of like that. Usually. I have this piece kind of go under. Oh my gosh. This looks. Oh, I'm having. Oh, I'm second guessing everything right now. There you go. Cool. Just because I had problems with the neck earlier, I'll add some of this to make the neck seem a little bit more full. Add a little. Oh, I feel like the collar now would make it look a little much. Would add too much to it. Okay, so now we're gonna add the clothing. Let's go back to stabilization. We're at 11:51. 11:51. I have to leave at 12. I'm gonna give myself till 12:10 then, because if I speed through the highway, I'll be fine. Of course not, guys. Drive responsible, please. Don't make me be scared of your. Don't let me be afraid of how you guys drive. Don't give me more things to worry about while you guys are there. Here's the fold. There's one side. Second side. And then there's this side. Let me have her wonderful, her beautiful shoulder. Shoulder fellas, where are you guys at? Shout out the shoulder guys. You guys who like shoulders. Ew. This is a PG-13. I mean, this is a E for everyone video. Calm down, man. Calm down. Where's this? Okay. So now, let's do this weird part where it's kind of got this. Oh gosh. It's fine. It's fine, probably. We're actually gonna have, did you hear that? Anyone hear my brother? Actually gonna have this kind of go that way. And then we're gonna have this part where kind of like the clothing here, it's gonna clash with each other. They're gonna wrinkle a lot. And that's probably gonna cause some issue. And then we're gonna have some of this spot here, a spot like that. Might even have it up, kind of like that. Like just, we just say like her clothing is getting caught on her pants. There we go. I had a tuna melt before all of this. Maybe this is what I need to keep you guys entertained. Is that I just have my little brother in the back, just making random ass noises randomly. Okay. Now we just gotta draw the hand. So her thumb is going to be kind of like this. The problem is that I drew her thumb with the intention of being really long. So it's just gonna look disproportionate, guys, and I'm sorry. And then we're gonna have her hand here. We're gonna have it darker there because that's where the hand. There we go. Am I missing a finger? Yes. There we go. Have I been missing a finger this entire time? There we go. That's kind of cute. It's kind of sweet. Kind of. Just kind of. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this layer because I was like, oh my god, there's so much shit here. Too much, a big tip, a good tip in my opinion, is that you want to reduce as much visual clutter as possible to keep things confusing. Now, this isn't the best example. Like, obviously, it's really weird for me to be giving advice here where the sketch that I'm doing probably has some of the most visual clutter I've ever done. But usually I don't draw with this much pressure, self-given pressure. So usually I always recommend those that want to draw, try to keep the visual clutter to a minimum. That thumb is so big! Yeah, try to keep it to a minimum because it will drive you mad sometimes. It'll make things a lot more confusing down the line for no reason. And you don't want that. You want things to be as simple as it can be, because sometimes simplicity is just really is really what you need. Sometimes complexity for complexity's sake isn't helpful. Wait. I feel like this is backwards. Or I feel like this thumb piece is way too thick. I mean, it is. Let's be honest, it is way too thick. That being said, her hand is really the only big problem. Only super glaring weakness, in my opinion. And I'm going to fucking cheat. You're going to be downsized. Yeah, downsized. And then you're going to disappear. And you're going to get shrunk proportionally with it. That's okay. Cool. And then this portion is just going to be like her jeans and shit. Yep. There you go. That's how she's going to look. I have 2 minutes. And then we have this rascal up here messing up her hair, dude. So why the fuck am I now caring about what the can looks like? I'm now suddenly making the can. What soda should it be? Have you guys ever seen that clip where I think it's a Chinese instructor trying to pronounce the word Coke to teach and she keeps pronouncing it cock. So we're gonna draw in a cock. Cock with an E. We do cock with an E. Fuck. That makes sense. I'm not trying to make fun of her and the way she pronounces things. It's just like a funny meme. I'm Asian too. My family does funny pronunciations all the time as well, and I love them for it. It gives them a charm. My mom is so funny whenever she mispronounces things. She didn't know. So usually in America, you kind of use you kind of say suit, tuxedo, and stuff sort of interchangeably. And my mom doesn't understand, so whenever I say, "Mom, I need a suit for the wedding," or I need a vest for the wedding, she won't get it. But if you say tuxedo, she'll be like, tuxedo, tuxedo, here, and then she'll be like, "I'll go grab you a tuxedo," and then she does. But you have to say tuxedo. You can't say suit. You can't say like black and white suit. You got to say like full on, be like. Yeah, say the word tuxedo or she won't understand it. It's really what word they got introduced to first that kind of dictates whatever they think it is. And it's funny. Me mom's funny. We're gonna black those out. Just to make things a little bit more. Right, the only reason why I added a nail to this one is because it kind of separates. I think most people would tell this is a nail, so it will separate from the cloth behind it. Anyway. Super worrying that people actually would not be able to tell the cloth behind it. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of all that jumbo, and I'm just gonna hopefully make the assumption that most people would understand that that's cloth. Yeah, it's just a lot of this is just not going to. It's not gonna clearly convey what I want it to be, but that's fine. This is a long ass sleeve. What the heck? Oh, there we go. That's the image. I hope you guys like it. Let's just add some fun stuff to it. Let's add some fun stuff to it. We're gonna add it here, actually. We're gonna add it here to close up this space right here. Yeah, cool. Put this there. Let's do what the hell. Or no, what the hell would be more fun. I prefer what the hell. Actually, we're gonna do everything in lowercase, cause cute. Oh no, it's not F, it's H, and then a period. Yep. Anime Ace 2.2. Lower it to kind of small. Why is it fully capitalized? I have my caps lock on. No, I don't. Oh, I do have my caps lock on. Why is it? Is it just like usually full capitalized? I didn't even know that. Okay, whatever. That's a little too bold. Maybe let's make smaller. There we go. All right, so that's it. Oh, that's the sketch for today. If we get rid of all the framework, this is what it looks like. It's a little empty. It's a little loose. It could be a lot better. I'm not too big of a fan on it. But I still think it's sort of cute and it has its own charm. So, add everything to anything. Okay. I'm gonna move this up. Move all the So these are the references. This is the final. This is the sketch. And this is the framework. So framework, sketch, final, right? And if we lower them all, this is what I usually post it as. I like to layer them. I know that it's unprofessional, but it kind of shows like the cool progression, and I enjoy it. It also fills out the image more. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will hopefully like it when it comes out. Bye, guys. Bye.